Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where I'm working with you step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you if you go to my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets which you can download in US letter or A4, and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best be prepared for your exam and how to make the best use of your time come exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel and do share out the videos. And now we're going to complete grade 2 2019 practice paper B. So if you turn with me to page 10, we can go on and complete that. So here we are at question 9. Where all of the answers below, all of the questions below, I should say, well, and the answers indeed, will relate back to this little extract here. So let's just shuffle down to the bottom section and let's see what we're asked to find out. So the first question is just a little bit of observation. We just need to keep our eyes peeled here. So how many times does this rhythm occur? A dotted quaver, semiquaver, dotted 8th note, 16th note. So let's just have a glance through. So here it says straight away, so we get it once here, so that's twice. Here's another one, 3 times. Not here. That's a dotted note, but it's not the right rhythm. Nope. Here's another one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. This is not correct because it's not dotted. It's just 2 equal quavers, 2 equal 8th notes. So that means we've seen that rhythm 4 times. So it's just a matter of looking carefully there. So now we're asked to find and give the time name of the longest note in the melody. So let's see what we've got here. So we have a minim, a half note, that's 2 beats. But here there's a dot after it. And remember, a dot after a note makes it half as long again. So that's longer, that's 3 beats now, because 2 and half of 2 is 1. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So that's the longest so far. Again, that's just a minim, a half note. So this one beats it in terms of longest value. So you would say dotted minim, or dotted half note. Either of those will do. Depends what terminology you're most familiar with using. Just stick to what you're most comfortable with there. Now then, a bit of maths. We asked how many semiquavers or 16th notes are the tied notes in bar 7 to 8 worth. So then, let's have a look. So I'm just going to diagram this out. We've got a minim, a half note tied to a crotchet, a quarter note, but just to save space, I'm just going to work out the value of a crotchet, and then if we times it by 3, because that's 1, 2, 3 crotchet beats worth, 3 quarter notes worth. So let's just diagram this out. We know that a crotchet, a quarter note, divides into 2 quavers, 2 8th notes, which divides out again. So we're doubling, which is 4 semiquavers. So 4 semiquavers is 1 crotchet, 1 quarter note. We've got 3 times that, 1, 2, 3. So 4 times 3 equals 12. And so that gives us our answer 12. There we go. Now then, moving on. Is it true or is it false that bar 1 contains all the notes of the tonic triad of D minor? Well, let's think what we're looking for first of all. So the tonic triad is built of the 1st, the 3rd and the 5th notes of the scale. So in D minor, D is the 1st, of course, D, E, F is the second, G, A is the fifth, sorry, the first, the third, the fifth, D, E is the second, F is the third, G, A is the fifth. There we go. It's the second note of the triad. And that's where I was getting a bit muddled up there. So then, we're looking for notes D, F and A. It needs to be all the notes of the tonic triad of D minor. So let's see. Does bar 1 contain all of these? So we have an A. We're in the bass clef. Good boys deserve football always. Good boys deserve football. There's an F. That's an E. That's not part of the triad. And then here we have a good boys deserve a D. So yes, although it contains an extra note, it still also contains all of the notes of the tonic triad. So that's true. It's not asking as if it's only the notes, but does it contain all of the notes? So that is true. So now we're asked which other key has the same key signature as D minor. So D minor is related to F major, and they both share a key signature of B flats. So that's that question completed. And now let's move on to the last question. So this last question is downhill all the way home to the end of the exam paper, because we are literally just copying out music. So be very, very careful that you copy out the correct part of the extract. So we're asked to copy out from the start of bar 5, not from the start of the music, but from the start of bar 5 to the end of bar 8. So we're going to be copying out this second line here, exactly as it's written above, and we're even given a checklist. Don't forget the clef, the key signature, the dynamics, and all of the details, so everything you see. If it helps you, there's no reason why you can't even just put your bar numbers. What I do, just so I'm sure that I'm not going to get lost, is I map out the bar lines and align everything perfectly, well, as perfectly as I can with theirs, and that way I'm not going to be losing track where I am and getting out of sync. And also I know I'm going to fit it nicely onto the stave they've given us without running out of space or getting too squished. So you can do this in any order you like, so long as you do it thoroughly. Now, because it's bar 5, we're not required to put the time signature or the tempo direction. That only occurs in the first bar, but of course every new line still has the key signature. So we put the B flat at the beginning, and we're told clef and key signature, so they do actually even tell us what to do there. And now, just so I know I'm going to keep everything in step with their example, I'm going to just put the note heads in. If I get the blobs in the right sort of position, I'm not going to get lost. So I'm just following the blobs, and I worry about all the other bits. You can do it a bar at a time or whatever suits you. I just prefer to do it this way, taking one thing at a time. So long as it all gets done, it doesn't matter what order you do it in. Now don't forget, we're just copying, so be careful you don't lose any marks just by being untidy and so on. So use a pencil, of course, always use a pencil. And do by all means use a ruler if you think that will just help you keep it tidy. I'll just do it as neat as I can, just so you're not watching me copying for too long. So I will use a ruler here though. So just getting all the lines in, beam that. There we go, so that's all the notes. So now let's get the articulation marks in as well. There's slurred, staccato, slurred, staccato, slur, tie, that's the tie we looked at, accent. There we go. Put the double bar line at the end, yes. So now we need the dynamics. So this is mezzo forte. Let's make the most of this actually whilst we're just copying. Mezzo forte means moderately loud. Mezzo is sort of middle, half, moderately. Forte is loud. This one here, alla marcia, is in the style of a march. Then we have a crescendo, written in words. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong line there, silly me. However, that is a crescendo, which means gradually getting louder. However, here we do have a crescendo again, and this time it's written as a sort of a symbol, not the word. So we are gradually getting louder here until this point where it should be forte. So I think that's everything completed. Let's just double check through. Just sing it through if that helps. Yep, there we go. That's that question completed. And actually that's that exam paper completed. I do hope that's helpful to you. These past exam papers are a brilliant revision resource. I hope this is helping you with your studies. I hope you're enjoying getting to grips with this. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. If you can give me a like, that would be really super, and please do subscribe to my channel and share out the videos. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.